And now it's time to get a unique slant on current events from your favorite half-Asian couple. Get ready to know what's happening in the world today with your hosts, Shaine and Nico.
All right, we are here for our next episode. Starting a little early, because
a little early is 30 seconds early, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, because usually we do these at 8. We do these.
Okay.
We're doing it at 6 because our guest, the Sweet Meteor of Death. It's just weird knowing that that's our guest for this podcast episode. Is the Sweet Meteor of Death. Mm-hmm. So how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
So how is it up in space? Like, how's that whole thing going for you? Like, is it can you breathe out there? Like, how does that work?
It was a me.
Oh yeah, you're right. So how is it up in space? Like, how's that?
I'm having a little bit of audio problems because I kind of hear double of what's being transmitted. So, but yeah, out in space here, it's good. It's pretty lonely, but that's how it is.
Yeah. Have you met like a female? Or wait, I don't even know what sex you are. I guess it doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah, we're all inclusive here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, anyway, to kind of to start off the podcast also, I'm just glad that we're able to talk to it's kind of a little change of pace, because usually we talk to people, it gets kind of boring after a while. So we're like, let's talk to something up in space. I haven't done that before.
And it's pretty rare that we can get some signals from up in space to be able to talk to. So
yeah.
So we kind of wanted to just have like an overview of your campaign. How did you start gaining a following on social media? Like, what is appealing about your campaign?
Well, it's interesting. I think everyone really is dismayed by the current situation and just really wants to die.
Well, I mean, most of the time when I see stuff online nowadays, I'm like, wow, maybe I should vote Sweet Meteor of Death in 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see some of your sweet merch that you've been releasing, and it's very tempting, like the bumper stickers, and you have like a shirt too. So that's something that I wouldn't mind wearing that around and be like, yeah, well, Sweet Meteor of Death 2020. Is that like, yeah? I mean, it's an actual person that you can vote for. Well, not person, but you know what I mean.
It's a candidate.
Yeah, a candidate. I mean, who wants to vote for Beto O'Rourke?
I know, right?
We're
in Texas, so we see all these Beto stickers everywhere.
Yeah. Speaking of Beto O'Rourke and the Democrat candidates, what are your thoughts on them?
Ooh, yeah, Beto is definitely no good.
There's like a weird audio.
I'm thinking that there might be a delay. Is it possible you can mute the sound?
Let me try here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting.
There's like a feedback issue.
That is strange, isn't it? Let me just hang on 1 second.
I guess that does kind of make sense, though. He's way up in space, so the transmissions kind of takes a while to get there.
I thought when we tested it, only the YouTube part is the part that's.
Yeah. If you have the YouTube, like if you're watching the YouTube video too, pause that one because there is a delay for that because we're using another platform to stream our streams. So if that's possible, you could do that. It might help.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Let me see here.
Yeah, because YouTube got rid of their Hangouts, which we were using, which is how most people would live stream. So we have to go through a third party now.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a little bit better?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yep.
There we go. I think we're in real time now.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Got the transmission working out.
Okay. So we all want to know what made you decide that you want to run for president?
Well, the main thing that motivated me to be president is that humans as species need to die en masse at once in one merciful event. And it's not just white people who need to die, and it's not just any other type of race or certain party or political persuasion. They all need to die. And I realized that there was a great demand for instantaneous, painless, collective death. And that's what I'm here to fulfill.
And what are you going to do if you can't kill everyone on Earth when you're elected?
Well, that's an interesting point. I mean, my whole campaign strategy is premised on impacting Earth and creating conditions to immediately end life for everyone and everything on it, with the exception, of course, of deep sea sulfur oxidizing bacteria in undersea thermal vents. Those are just really difficult to kill, and honestly, I kind of like them. So the main thing is that I impact, and then I create the conditions for everyone to die. Unfortunately, there's going to be some people that won't die instantly, and for those folks, it might be worthwhile to look into some sort of survival tactics and prepper knowledge in order to get by, in the aftermath of the apocalypse, if you're not fortunate enough to perish instantly. For instance, there will be large mega tsunamis created by my impact, and some people might be swept out to sea, and they might need to find a way to survive out at sea. There was, been many stories about sailors who have been lost overboard and have had to survive. One of the favorite things that you need to do is you might need to drink your own urine in that situation. And I'm not sure how it works, because if you're floating in the sea, how are you going to be able to drink your own urine? I don't know. But you may want to find some, consult some survival manuals on how to do that. I guess you could conceivably lay on your back and do sort of like a rainbow into, but again, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just telling you this is something you might want to look into.
No, I was just going to kind of ask, to seek out, I was going to say seek out new life and new civilizations, but that's a Star Trek reference. I was going to say that if you want us to seek out survival manuals, not everyone's going to know that there's a sweet meteor of death just like waiting, they're just waiting for that opportune time to come down here and to strike us down, so, how much time are we thinking here? What's the timeline?
I try not to be too precise about that for the same reason that political candidates don't like to reveal their national security strategies when asked about it. There is a large amount of benefit in being strategically ambivalent. But I will say this: it will happen soon, and definitely within the next 2.5 years.
I saw an article. I think you retweeted it, actually. Joe Rogan posted it. He said that it said something about that there's going to be a meteor hitting in the next 10 years.
Oh, the colossal god of chaos asteroid. Yes, yeah. I was, it's inevitable, and I think Elon Musk even recognizes this, that the Earth will be hit again. Will be hit with an extinction level asteroid again, and as it has many times before, that asteroid impact will eliminate the vast majority of life on Earth. And I think people sometimes like to believe it, though, thousands and millions of years in the future, but no, it's actually a couple years away.
Do you think that there needs to be like an Armageddon? Like that movie Armageddon, when they go up to and they have to, do you think that's going to happen? Like if there's like an actual, like, the path that the meteor is going to go into, like it's like legit going to hit us. Do you think that could possibly happen in our lifetime? Some space crew's going to go up and we're going to destroy that meteor, Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck and Michael Clark. Well, Michael Clark Duncan, unfortunately, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, Armageddon sucked. That was terrible. Deep Impact was the only good asteroid impact movie directed by the great Mimi Leader, and that was an excellent movie. It did feature an actual asteroid impact, although I wish it would have featured an extinction level impact. But it was a good display of mega tsunamis and several other points of asteroid physics. So yeah, there will be there are some good asteroid impact movies out there. And Deep Impact is one of them. Armageddon is not. Armageddon is a piece of shit.
Well, I'm sorry I brought it up. I didn't mean to upset you, but
no, that's okay. Just keep on mentioning things that insult me and my heritage. That's just fine. Whatever you want. I'll be a guest on your show and just be insulted. That's okay.
Yeah, my apologies. So we actually there's a question in the comments that I want to bring to your attention. But where do you plan on making first impact on Earth? Like, where's like the place you're like, if you're like, I'm just gonna go
Aim
here.
for that
Yeah,
site.
that's where I want to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, the eastern seaboard of the United States is pretty appealing. So Washington D.C., New York. Those are all big possibilities. But at the same time, the Middle East is kind of a hellhole too. So, Syria, Tehran, those have all been thrown out there as good options. And to be honest, I'm still up in the air about that, and I'm open to different suggestions, and we'll consider them, as they're presented to me. Ultimately, it doesn't matter; it's all going to be determined by physics. So, I'm just kind of going to roll with the punches.
I was kind of hoping that you would say California first, but
How dare you?
Yeah, California. God, no kidding, right? That's People's Republic of California. Failure of one-party rule over there. California's definitely an option. Bay Area for sure. Although honestly, I don't want to get all that human shit all over me.
Yeah, all the human shit.
Oh,
and all
yeah,
the,
that's right.
All the AIDS-infested needles they have out there,
And the rats.
and the rats. Yeah.
And the hepatitis.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna hit places, definitely hit the shitholes, as Trump would call them. So
That's right. That's right. Yep. I'm sorry to do this, but usually when I appear, sometimes I have sponsorships for my appearance. So can I just read a paid sponsorship for one of my sponsors here?
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. My appearance today is sponsored by Woke Dash. Are you plagued by a vague sense of guilt, like you do not fully deserve every blessing in your life, or maybe you just want to be scolded in person? If so, Woke Dash is exactly what you need. Simply download the Woke Dash app to your smartphone, and the nearest Woke Dasher will be dispatched to your location. Upon their arrival, these experts in critical theory will loudly explain how you have been privileged by your race, gender, religion, wealth, sexual orientation, and many other mutable and immutable characteristics. They will also throw food items at you and will declare the area around you to be a protected safe space for everyone but you. The Woke Dasher will then proceed to occupy said space until you pay them a large or small amount of money. After one visit, your feelings of guilt will be gone and will instead be replaced with a visceral anger. Don't miss this fantastic service. Download the Woke Dash app today.
Nice.
That was just a paid sponsorship. FTC rules. I got to let you guys know that was sponsored this appearance here. So. There are some things I do want to talk about, though.
Go ahead.
On the subject of wokeness, and that is, learning the English language and being able to communicate and read and stuff. I had to come up, I had to figure out what, humans in English have called some of these various astronomy terms, and I gotta say, not very woke. We can start off with your galaxy, right? Which is called the Milky Way, but really the Milky Way is the white suburbs surrounding in the middle what you guys call a black hole. I mean, come on, slightly racist. And then you've got, white dwarves. I heard that. I was like, well, that doesn't sound very nice to small white people. And then I've also heard of something called brown dwarves. I was like, wow, geez, come on. It's bad enough that they're small, and then they also, you have stars that are called blue giants. Again, I don't know if there's any blue people out there, if that's just an Avatar reference, but there's just a lot of different things with the way that astronomy is termed that I think are just a little bit beyond the pale and definitely problematic. I mean, dark matter, dark energy, come on, racist. I just like to bring that up on behalf of the interstellar community.
So do we need to reform the way we look at the interstellar community? Is what you're saying?
Oh God, no! You all need to die.
Oh, okay.
And by you, I mean the royal you, humanity, not you in particular.
Well, also me, but
Well,
I'm part
also
of
you.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you impact, and it's like an extinction level strike, I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive that. So I mean, even though if you do like us, I mean, you got to kill everybody. So some of us have to take the fall, I guess.
That's true. One other survival tip you might need to know is that the impact will generate sufficient amounts of heat that basically everything on Earth will erupt in flames, and that includes almost virtually all of the clothing on Earth. If you are somehow able to survive by being in a place that is sheltered from the heat, like a cave or something like that, you will get out. You will emerge from your cave, and you will need clothing. One of the things that you should learn how to do is take the skin off of the deceased humans and tan that skin. Learn how to tan it, so you can wear that as clothing in the meantime while you wait for your slow, inevitable death.
I think I'd rather just die.
Yeah, you definitely would.
I don't know about taking other people's skin off. I don't think I can do it.
Well, you could if you needed to, but hey, I'm just saying, in the event that you don't die immediately, you may want a skill you may want to learn.
He's basically telling us that we need to become serial killers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we
No,
should...
definitely not that. Definitely not telling you. No. I'm telling you that when you encounter the dead bodies of the other humans that have died before you, before they rot away, you just may want to skin them. Just saying, just a thought.
But the only way to practice that is to become a murderer and skin people.
Oh no! I mean, they have courses and YouTube videos on it. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to do it. Don't kill people, kids. Don't be killing people. That's me. That's my job. We don't want anyone else besides me doing that, and I will do that to everyone on Earth. Definitely. So just remember, if you do survive, learn how to skin animals, maybe humans, to make some clothes. Just saying.
So what's your official...
Human leather, okay? Look into it. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, what's your official stance on climate change then?
Yeah, climate change. You guys better be running away from that ocean. It's coming too fast. It's going to take over everyone. Run away super fast. As fast as you can. It's coming. It's moving at a millimeter every 17 years. You'll never outrun it. You're all gonna die. Watch out for this millimeter rise of ocean every 15 years. What a bunch of shit. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die before anyone even notices some sort of observable ocean sea level rise to the human eye. Sorry to say, not that I mean, climate change is definitely real. It's just, come on, it's the time horizons on it far exceed the time that you're going to die from an asteroid impact. So, like I said, respect the climate change enthusiasts, I respect the science, but your real concern is an asteroid impact. Of course, that's against my self-interest for saying that. I think that it probably does me no good to announce that threat and announce that you guys are focused on the wrong thing, but. Who am I kidding? Humans are idiots. They're not going to do anything about it. I'll be fine to impact and kill everyone just like I have always announced and have always intended.
So would you be more concerned with like the ozone layer and how humans are destroying the ozone layer? Would you be more concerned with that?
No, definitely not.
Wouldn't that make it easier?
Nope, not concerned about the ozone layer. Not concerned about really anything. I mean, except for again, I'm not concerned about any of this because I'm not human and I'm not going to feel the effects of it. But you guys are, and what you should be concerned about is an asteroid impact. But you're not, and I don't care because it's going to happen anyway. And even if even if your scientists, were fully aware of it, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it at this point.
So I wanted to kind of go away from more dark subjects and kind of, talk about something more light, no pun intended. Do you get kind of annoyed when people confuse, because you're a sweet meteor of death, but do you get confused, do people say like you're a sweet meteoroid of death or a sweet meteorite? Does that kind of, anger you when people say that you're a meteorite or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's there's, if you're a meteorite, you've hit the ground already. If you're a meteor, you're in transit through the atmosphere. If you're a meteoroid, you're about to hit the atmosphere. Technically, I'm, if you want to be particular, I'm not really a meteor. I'm actually a trans-Neptunian ice dwarf. But like I said, I don't, I'm not a big language policer. You can call me whatever you like. And so I just colloquially take the name SMOD, Sweet Meteor of Death, because everyone understands what a meteor is, and that's what eventually you'll be voting for, is that that meteor impact on Earth. In fact, the last thing you'll see is a meteor. You won't have any, you won't have even the time to process, the time after I impact, because everyone will be dead. So, Sweet Meteor of Death is fine. The key parts being there, the sweet, and the death. That's the main thing that you need to take away from the Sweet Meteor of Death moniker.
But not the of.
Well, I mean, Sweet Meteor of Death, Sweet Meteor O Death. You want you do it the American spelling, the Irish spelling, whatever it might be.
So, in 2020, we're going to be voting for that, if we're going to keep.
Roque dulce del muerto, if you want to do Spanish.
I mean, if you want to get real particular, I could say in Korean, but I don't know how to speak Korean, so.
Either do I.
Yeah.
But I will say, I did watch a YouTube video a couple days ago about this gentleman in Korea who has built an actually functioning mech, like a sort of like Pacific Rim mech style thing that can walk and punch and all. I mean, that guy might have a chance. I don't know, but we'll see. I certainly don't want to harm his mech.
I guess it depends on if you hit near where he lives, then
That's
he might
true.
have a chance.
Maybe I should.
Maybe,
you might pose a threat to my dominion, to my rule.
So, have you thought about like breaking in half and like covering more space?
No, I haven't. I definitely gonna stay in one piece as I approach. So you guys may not know a little bit of my backstory here, but about 4.2 billion years ago, the Earth was just a flaming ball of rocks. It was just kind of a protoplanet, no atmosphere, just a lot of hot molten lava just covering the Earth's surface, and it was hit at the time by my mother, Theia, who was another planet about the size of Mars, and that Theia impact ejected me, a piece of Earth, off into trans-Neptunian orbit. And then the remnants of my mother's collision with Earth formed the moon. So my mom's the moon. I don't know if that makes any difference, but I'm also a piece of Earth. So I am from Earth. In fact, the piece of Earth's crust that broke off was, kind of what used to be part of Ireland and also part of Maine. So I am an American citizen, a naturalized, natural-born American citizen, fully eligible. If you read the Constitution carefully, there's nothing that says an asteroid impact, an extinction level asteroid impact cannot be president. You just have to be over 35, natural-born, which I am. And so when I come back to impact Earth, it's also coming back to see my mom, the moon, but also I'm coming back to to have my to avenge the impact that that stole my mother and or what was my mother, and now is much less of my mother, but to avenge that impact with the Theia planet, And so that's why I'm going to stay together and eventually just go through Earth's crust and merge with Earth's molten core.
So what's the plans after you destroy the Earth? Then what next?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher or an expert on the subject of life or what even is the afterlife. I don't even know if I'm alive, and so whether or not, I die, whether or not I keep having a Twitter account, I don't know. Does Twitter even exist outside of humans? Maybe it does. Maybe there's, maybe there's an afterlife that's, where people go and where asteroids join them. I don't know. I'm just telling you what's going to happen up until that point.
Okay, you got to let us know. Is there other life out there? Are there aliens on other planets? Let us know.
I've not seen any evidence of any other life in the solar system. There might be on other planets, not aware of any. Although, actually, take that back. There's a substantial chance that the life on Earth was seeded basically from organisms on other planets. Possibly another asteroid impact on another planet far in a different solar system came in and small microorganisms were impacted Earth, and that seeded the beginnings of life, and that started the chain of evolution, and that's possible. Don't know, I'm just saying that's a possibility. It's called panspermia. That's the theory. You can look it up on the Google.
On the Google.
On the Google, yeah. It's like the Facebook back in the day.
Oh,
the
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I'm sorry, I've got another sponsorship post I want to read here.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
This appearance has also been sponsored by Neo-Nazi Formal Wear. Are you a neo-Nazi looking for nice formal wear to wear to the prom or your formal dance that tells people you know how to dress nice but also expresses your insane belief system? If so, come on down to Neo-Nazi Warehouse. We have Nazi armbands, Hitler mustaches, black and gray trench coats, and many other things that help you look like a well-dressed member of the new Third Reich. You might be completely insane and believe in all sorts of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, but that doesn't mean you can't look nice. Come on down to Neo-Nazi Warehouse today.
Oh,
Man, you got some interesting sponsorships.
Yeah, where'd you get that one?
I who knows? They just, they show up in your DMs and you're like, all right, for whatever, I got to pay these blood-sucking lawyers. Running for office legal fees are out of control, and so I got to find some way to pay for them, and it makes me have to kind of do things that I don't like to do, but I do it to keep the funds going. That's where all the money goes from all the things that I sell. I don't need it out here in space. I just gotta pay for my legal team, keep things running on the ground until I kill them.
Yeah. So to kind of backtrack, and because you're talking about your kind of your background, and you're an American citizen and all that, because you were talking about in the Constitution, it doesn't mention asteroids or anything. I mean, it was written in the 1770 whatever, that time period, but it also, the Second Amendment was written during a time when it was just muskets, So what are your thoughts on assault rifles?
My thoughts are that the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, means what it says, and arms is not delimited by any sort of standard in the Constitution. I think if you have the ability to manufacture nuclear weapons, you should be able to own those. If you have the ability to purchase a tank or a fighter jet as an individual citizen, it's your right to own that. That's what the Constitution says. I think it's insane that we interpret it otherwise. Now, if people want to amend the Constitution, there's a whole process for that. Hell, we've done it a bunch of times. But until then, I think that the Constitution means what it says. You got the right to bear arms. And as I understand English, arms meant weapons, and there was no limit on what kind of weapons.
So, you do know, I don't know if you're, how much of a constitutionalist you are, if you're, 100% supporter of it, but you do realize if you do destroy the earth, you're destroying the Constitution. Like, how does that make you feel?
Well, Constitution's an idea. It's a
Right.
set of principles, and I'm not like Nicolas Cage trying to steal historical documents and find some treasure map. I just want to kill the people, and the ideas can still survive, in some sort of digital form somewhere. I'm fine with that.
Interesting. Yeah. So we wanted to maybe just ask a couple more questions. But in terms of like your actual campaign, obviously, your main issue is you just want to, strike the earth and kill everything. But other than that, like, is there any other issue that you're just, you're really adamant on? Like, you just, this is an important issue that we should be thinking about.
Well, it's interesting. A lot of different groups, I think, may not realize that I am their best candidate. For example, radical feminists should probably support me. I will eliminate the patriarchy. I will eliminate all men. The only life forms that will be left will be asexually reproducing undersea bacteria, which takes away from all of the problematic issues radical feminism has noted with sexual reproduction. So I'm just saying, from just a logical standpoint, if I were a radical feminist, I would definitely be supporting my campaign. But you can't be a trans exclusionary radical feminist, or a TERF, as it's known, because I am a trans Neptunian ice dwarf, which means my orbit crosses inside the Neptune orbit, and so you can't be anti-trans, can't be trans exclusionary radical feminist. That's I'm not supportive of that. No TERFs.
So, okay, say you are elected president, or you're just elected or whatever.
Elected president of the world.
Of the world, yeah, basically. And you do strike the earth, but you don't kill everything. There's people that do survive. Like, say.
Well, I kind of asked that earlier.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like I want to expand on it. Like 25% of the population still lives. Because maybe the impact it wasn't as big as you thought it was going to be.
So you can't live up to your campaign.
Yeah. So what does that mean? That means you're a big fat liar?
No. See, they're eventually going to die. One of the things that I'm definitely pledged to eliminate is photosynthesis, and at least in the 30 to 40 years after my impact, maybe might be a little bit less than that, but either way, certainly long enough for any food supply to be depleted, and in the impact winter that follows, my impact. So if there's not immediate death, again, everyone on Earth is going to die eventually. It's just a matter of how long. I mean, everyone's going to die. I pledge that. That's my promise to you. You will all die.
Well, that's definitely true. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or 100 years from now, it's definitely true. So I guess with that campaign promise, you're definitely going to fulfill that one. That's for sure.
Right?
I mean, maybe your impact won't kill them, but the after effects will for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. One thing that I can accomplish by my campaign is to encourage everyone to contemplate their own death, their own mortality, and pray that it comes sooner rather than later. But just don't do anything about it, because I've got that covered. But you're all going to die.
I'm sorry, that one comment is like.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
You want to show it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, we're going to show this comment. It's pretty much that's what they say. It's not us, but I mean.
Yeah, go ahead. I can take it. Oh yeah, what the fuck is this?
What is this?
I'll tell you what the fuck this is, Mr. Lover of all souls. This is your imminent demise speaking to you. This is the voice of death coming at you right now, live on YouTube, you motherfucker. You better get your skank ass over here and listen up, okay? Because you're gonna die on an asteroid impact, and you're gonna love it. That's what the fuck is going on.
I guess that's a good way.
You cocksucker!
You know what? That person may be a Marianne Williamson fan because they're a lover of all souls. So maybe that remember
Orbs. I'm a big fan of the Orb Gang.
Did you hear that she's gonna, if she becomes president, she wants to make a Department of Peace?
Yeah. Hey, that would be great. And maybe a Department of Love and a Department of Ponies.
I mean,
Like, that would be awesome. The use of taxpayer money, that would be great. Just saying, I like Marianne. She is going to look Trump in the eye, and she is going to use love to win. Which is just the sweetest, most adorable thing I've ever heard, and I can't wait to kill her.
So I have one last question for you before we end this interview. If you're going up against Trump, what would you say to him?
Okay, this is what you need to understand about Trump. Everyone, everywhere has been puzzled by Trump. They don't know what his secret sauce is. They don't know why Trump wins. Everyone was like, "Oh, Trump's never going to win." I don't even know if Trump thought he was going to win. But this is why. This is how you have to understand Trump. Trump is simply he's like a pro wrestler, right? But he's not. It's not. There's no ring of wrestling. It's just pro wrestling in the sense of doing the interviews and talking trash and talking against, finding out who the crowd hates and then bashing them, and the crowd loves it, right? And no one understands this. This is Trump's secret. So I got a message for you, Mr. Trump, you motherfucker. You're going down. That's right. You're going down. You ain't got shit on me. I'm coming to get you, you fat ass puss. That's right, Mr. 70-year-old piece of shit. You're going down. You got nothing on me. You're gonna die. And guess who else is gonna die? Everyone on Earth. That's right.
You're gonna grab him by the dick and pull it and rip it off, and he'll probably die from the bleeding.
That's gross. Why would you go there?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's yeah. I mean,
oh, I forgot. I'm talking to a meteor. You don't have hands. What the fuck am I talking about? Like,
Yeah, you're messing it up.
yeah. Oops.
Let's not stray too far from the subject of mass murder and human genocide, because that's where
I was kind of going that direction. He's
Anyway,
yeah. So,
but that's what you need. That's what you need to understand, Mr. Trump. That's what people need to understand about Trump, is that it's just pro wrestling. It's just pro wrestling trash talk. That's all it is. And people love it. They love it, and they just eat that shit up. And I'm going to tell you what. You better, right? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it when you all fucking die. That's right, because I'm coming. Nothing you can do about it. SMOD 2020.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end it, but first we need to do our plugs, because the meteor did 2, so it's only fair that we do ours.
Okay.
So
lame.
Come on. You gotta do it. We gotta.
Just kidding. I'm a gracious guest. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we gotta live.
We
before,
gotta live until you kill us all.
We gotta,
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, if you want to support us, you like us for some reason, you like our channel and all that good stuff, you can support us on PayPal. There's the link there. But all the links will be in the description. But yeah, you can support us on PayPal. You can also buy some merch at libertariancountry.com. Use our promo code HAPA for 10% off your order. And then also, if you want to, you want to feel better because your imminent doom is coming, eventually.
Yeah, cure your anxiety.
Cure your anxiety and, all that good stuff. Use Infinite CBD. Use our promo code HAPA10 for 10% off, because the Sweet Meteor of Death is coming. So you might as well feel good before it happens, right? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, if you're here watching us or, listening to us or whatever, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then for our podcast, please rate, comment, and subscribe. That really helps us. It really helps spread our podcast and our channel and all that good stuff. So please do all that to really help us a lot. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And they can also support us on Streamlabs if that's your thing as well. So, yeah, do all that good stuff.
And I'd just like to say, too, if you're interested in supporting my campaign, they talked about you can go online and buy shirts and all that other stuff. But really, here's what you need to do. Drive yourself to the liquor store. Go get a nice bottle of whatever clear coffee you love. Bring it home. Pour yourself a drink. Maybe take a shower because you smell like a homeless person. And then have a nice stiff drink and wake up because do it again the next day because the apocalypse is coming. Life is short, and you're all gonna die.
Yeah.
So enjoy it while you can, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, we really do appreciate you coming on and kind of sharing your message and, you know,
And
talking
your
to
presidential
us.
campaign.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I can't wait to kill you.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right.
Have a good night, everyone.